What if I told you that the key to firmer erections, like the ones you had in your 20s, isn't a blue pill? Instead, it might be found in a single teaspoon of something you put in your breakfast. I know it sounds too good to be true. It sounds like another empty promise from the internet. But stay with me. The science behind this simple idea is so solid and fascinating. By the end of this video, you will understand the what and the why. This will change how you see your own vitality forever. My name is Dr. Evelyn Ross. My specialty is men's health and vitality. I have dedicated my career to understanding the complex machinery of the male body. More importantly, I find real, evidence-based solutions for problems that most affect a man's confidence and quality of life. The truth is, erectile health is one of the most powerful indicators of your overall health. An erection isn't an isolated event. It directly reflects the health of your heart, blood vessels, and even your mental state. So before we get to that teaspoon, we need to do something much more important. We need to understand what is truly happening inside your body. Forget everything you think you know. We will start from scratch with clarity no one has ever given you. Think of an erection as an incredibly sophisticated hydraulic system. For it to work, you need one thing above all else: massive, unimpeded blood flow. Your penis consists of spongy tissues. These tissues need to fill with blood to become rigid. The question then isn't, how do I force blood to go there? Instead it is, what is preventing blood from flowing freely as it once did? The answer to that question comes down to two words: nitric oxide. Remember that name. Nitric oxide is the most important molecule for your erectile function. Think of it as the bouncer at a very exclusive club. When nitric oxide is present, it tells the smooth muscles lining your arteries, relax, open the doors. When these muscles relax, the arteries dilate and expand, blood flows with full force, filling the tissues and creating a firm, lasting erection. When nitric oxide isn't there, the doors remain closed. Flow is restricted. The result is frustrating. In your 20s, your body was a nitric oxide powerhouse. Production was abundant, and the system worked flawlessly. However, over time, various factors of modern life begin to sabotage this production. Chronic stress, sleepless nights, a diet of processed foods, lack of exercise, all these create a hostile environment within your body. This environment generates two terrible things for your erections: oxidative stress and inflammation. Imagine your arteries as metal pipes. Oxidative stress is like rust. It corrodes the inner lining of your blood vessels, a delicate layer called the endothelium. It is precisely in this lining, the endothelium, that nitric oxide is produced. When the endothelium is damaged or rusted, its ability to produce nitric oxide plummets. Inflammation, in turn, makes these pipes rigid and narrow. Instead of being flexible and responsive tubes, they become hardened and unable to expand properly. So, the fundamental problem is rarely desire. It is the mechanics. Your mind may be ready, but your vascular infrastructure is not keeping up. This is where most men go wrong. They seek solutions that force the system, like punching a locked door instead of finding the key. The famous blue pills, for example, work partly by preventing the breakdown of the nitric oxide you already have. They keep the molecule in circulation longer. This can be effective, but it doesn't solve the fundamental problem: your own ability to produce this vital molecule in the first place. The real solution, the sustainable long-term approach, is to fix the factory. It means restoring your body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide. It means cleaning the rust and reducing inflammation. It means transforming your body's internal environment from hostile to optimized. And this is exactly where our teaspoon in your coffee comes in. Why in coffee? Because coffee by itself is already a good starting point. Coffee is a mild vasodilator. This means it helps relax and expand blood vessels. It is also loaded with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, that rust we talked about. So coffee is not just a vehicle, it is an active partner in this mission. It prepares the ground for our special ingredient. Now, before I reveal what it is, let's establish the criteria. For this teaspoon to be truly effective, it needs to do 3 things brilliantly. First, it needs to provide your body with the building blocks or signals to radically increase nitric oxide production. Second, it needs to be loaded with powerful antioxidants to protect and repair the lining of your blood vessels. And third, it needs to have anti-inflammatory properties to calm the system and make your arteries more flexible and responsive. For years, in my clinical practice, I researched and tested different natural compounds that could meet these 3 criteria. One of them consistently stood out, not just in scientific studies, but also in the results I saw in my patients. It is an ingredient that is both common and extraordinary. Are you ready? The teaspoon that can transform your morning coffee into a potent elixir for vascular vitality is pure cocoa powder. I know, it sounds too simple. Chocolate, doctor? But I'm not talking about the sugary milk chocolate you buy at the supermarket. I'm talking about raw, pure, unprocessed cocoa, the kind that is bitter and intensely rich. This dark powder is one of the most potent and nutrient-dense substances on the planet, especially when it comes to vascular health. Let's break down why it meets our 3 criteria. First, increased nitric oxide. Cocoa is the richest source of a type of polyphenol called flavanol. These flavanols, specifically one called epicatechin, have been extensively studied. They have been shown to directly stimulate the enzyme in your endothelium, nitric oxide synthase. This is the factory that produces nitric oxide. In other words, cocoa flavanols not only provide the raw material, they also turn the machine on at maximum power. A study published in the Journal of Hypertension showed that consuming flavanol-rich cocoa significantly increased flow-mediated vasodilation. This is a direct indicator of nitric oxide production and endothelial health. Second, antioxidant protection. Cocoa has an ORAC score, which measures antioxidant capacity, higher than blueberries, acai, and green tea. These are all known as antioxidant superfoods. This cavalry of antioxidants goes to the front lines. It neutralizes the free radicals that cause your blood vessels to rust. They literally protect and help heal the endothelium. This ensures your nitric oxide factory remains operational for many, many years. And third, anti-inflammatory action. The same flavanols that stimulate nitric oxide also have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. They help calm the chronic low-grade inflammation that makes your arteries rigid. They promote vascular flexibility. This allows your arteries to expand dramatically when they receive the signal to do so. So you see, it's not magic. It's pure and elegant physiology. A teaspoon of pure cocoa in your coffee every morning creates a positive cascade effect throughout your entire cardiovascular system day after day. You are actively repairing your vascular infrastructure. You are increasing your natural ability to generate blood flow on demand. How do you do this the right way? It is crucial to choose the right type of cocoa. Look for cocoa powder that is pure, unalkalized, or natural. The alkalization process, also known as Dutch processing, is used to reduce bitterness. However, it destroys most of the precious flavanols, so it needs to be bitter. The dose is simple. Start with 1 teaspoon and mix it well into your hot coffee. The heat helps dissolve it. You don't need sugar. Over time, your palate will adapt and appreciate the rich, deep flavor. But here's the deeper secret, the lesson I really want you to take from this video. Cocoa is incredible, but the real power isn't in the teaspoon itself. It's in the principle behind it. It's the principle of consistently nourishing your vascular health. Cocoa is perhaps the best tool to start with, but you can amplify this effect. Other things work under the same principles. How about a little beetroot powder? Beetroot is rich in nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates directly into nitric oxide through a different pathway. Adding half a teaspoon of beetroot powder to your smoothie or juice can provide an extra boost. What about cinnamon? Cinnamon helps improve insulin sensitivity and has anti-inflammatory effects. Both are beneficial for vascular health. A pinch in your coffee along with the cocoa creates a powerful synergy. Are you starting to see the pattern? The point is not to find a single magic pill. It is to understand your body system and start making small daily choices that support it. The teaspoon of cocoa is your starting point. It is your daily ritual of vascular self-care. It is your declaration that you are in control. There is one last piece to this puzzle that is as important as physiology. It is your mind. Stress is the silent killer of erections. When you are stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is the direct opposite of nitric oxide. It activates your fight or flight system, which is designed for survival. To survive, your body diverts blood from non-essential functions, like digestion and erections. It sends it to your muscles so you can fight or run. Cortisol causes vasoconstriction, the narrowing of blood vessels. You can be drinking the best coffee with cocoa in the world, but if your mind is in a state of anxiety and stress, you will be fighting a losing battle. Performance stress, the anxiety of, will it work this time, creates a vicious cycle. You get anxious, your body releases cortisol, the erection fails, and that increases your anxiety for next time. So, along with your daily teaspoon, I want you to adopt another 1-minute habit. Before a moment of intimacy, or even once a day, take 60 seconds for yourself, sit in silence, close your eyes, and focus only on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, counting to 4. Hold for 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth, counting to 6. This longer exhalation activates your vagus nerve. It shifts your nervous system from stress mode, sympathetic, to rest and digest mode, parasympathetic. The parasympathetic mode is the only mode in which erections can thrive. It is the state of relaxation that allows nitric oxide to do its job. Combine restoring your physiology with managing your psychology. Nourish your blood vessels with cocoa and calm your nervous system with breathing. This is the dual approach that creates real and lasting change. You are no longer just treating a symptom, you are healing the system. What I want you to understand is that your vitality is not something you've lost forever. It hasn't been stolen by time. It has simply been suppressed by conditions that you now understand and have the power to change. Your erections are a barometer. They are giving you feedback about your general health. When they start to fail, it is a warning sign that your blood vessels throughout your body, including those in your heart and brain, need attention. By adopting this simple habit, you are not just improving your sex life, you are improving your heart health, your brain function, and your longevity. You are investing in your complete well-being. The firmness of your erections becomes a positive side effect of taking care of your entire body. So the next time you prepare your coffee, look at that teaspoon of pure cocoa. Don't see it as a trick or a hack. See it as a commitment to your health, your vitality, and your confidence. It's a small, almost insignificant act, but repeated day after day, it has the power to rebuild your vascular foundation from the inside out. You are not broken. Your body knows exactly what to do. It just needs the right tools and the right environment to thrive. And now you have the knowledge to provide exactly that. Start with a simple teaspoon and watch how small, consistent changes can lead to extraordinary results. Your journey to reclaim the vitality you thought you lost begins now with your next cup of coffee. Take care of your blood vessels, and they will take care of you.